Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. You may notice, new angle. I am trying to start filming in front of my bookshelf. I don't know if this is exactly how it's going to be. I'm still trying to figure out angles. I really need to get a big tripod. That I think is going to be my next purchase, because right now this camera is literally sitting on my desk chair on top of my Instagram photo accessory things with my ring light sitting behind there. So this is a little bit janky, but we'll go with this. So this is going to be the books I've hauled recently. These are books acquired from middle of May up until July. I haven't hauled any books in August here. So fun fact, I have read every single book in this pile. So like, I can definitely explain to you what they're about and even tell you my ratings. I recently have been only buying books that I have either already read and plan on doing a reread sometime in the future, or books that I know I'm going to reread within the next 6 months. In this case 3 months, because I've noticed that I bought a lot of books that now I'm not sure if I want to read. So let's start. I will say where I got them from and all of that. So the first book is The Sky Blues by Robbie Couch. This we follow Sky, who lives in this small Michigan town, and he has this big plan to ask his crush Ali out for prom. And when this promposal idea gets leaked by a e-blast to the whole school, where there are homophobic remarks to Sky and racist remarks to Ali, the yearbook club band together to help Sky find who this e-blast perpetrator is and all of that. And this I did give a 4-star. I really enjoyed this, and this I bought from Indigo. I went to Indigo in both May and June actually, and I purchased this from there. The next book is Meet Cute Diary by Emry. This I also gave a 4-star, and this I bought the same day that I bought The Sky Blues. Meet Cute Diary, we follow Noah, who is a trans boy who runs this blog called the Meet Cute Diary, where it's essentially these trans meet cutes that everyone thinks they're real, but they're not. And when Noah must go stay with his brother for the summer in Denver, it's revealed that while he's there, it's revealed that this blog is fake, and he must start a fake relationship with this boy named Drew, who is a boy that he meets in a meet cute situation, but is also a fan of the blog. And they must try to save this blog while this fake dating becomes real. And then there's a lot more. That's just kind of the rough premise. Again, I give this a 4-star. No, I give this a 4.5 if I remember correctly. I don't have my spreadsheet like open like I normally do with all my stats because my computer's over there. But I really enjoyed this. This was a fun read. And both of these I read in July. Next we have Counting Down With You by Tashie, Bhuiyan, and this I also bought at Indigo the same time as the previous two. And this we follow Karina, who is a Bangladeshi American teen who, when her parents go to Bangladesh to see her mother's family for a month, Karina ends up in this situation where she has to tutor and fake date this bad boy named Ace Clyde, and that fake dating becomes real. And I really love this. Did I give this a 5-star? I feel like it was probably a 5-star. I really loved it. I just loved it so much. And yeah. So those are what I bought in May. Now this is what I bought into June. This first one, so I went to the bookstore in June. We had to go to the city where the bookstore is located, because the closest bookstore to me is about an hour and a half away. So we had to go up there, and I was like, okay, I'm going in for 3 books. That's it. I came out with 5, and one of them is Heartstopper Volume 2. You may ask, Volume 2? Why not Volume 1? Because I was walking into the bookstore and I was like, okay, I need a couple of these other books that I'll mention, which ones I originally came for. And then I was like, okay, I walk, there's a bunch of tables. I walk, I saw this, I'm not kidding, I literally went, Heartstopper, grab. Ow, that just went right in my collarbone. And so I grabbed it. It's Volume 2, it is the US edition, so it is I'm trying to find something. Okay, I'm trying to find something that's not spoilers. Okay, the first page. It's the blue and like the blue toned one, which I'm not sure how I feel about the blue tone, but this I've read twice, both ebook, but I'm dying to own this entire series, so I bought this. And then the next like impulse purchase, I guess, from that Indigo trip was Some Girls Do by Jennifer Dugan, and this, we follow Ruby, who is a pageant queen who also likes working on vehicles, and she'd rather be like a mechanic than a beauty queen, but her mom forces her. And then we have Morgan, who is a track star who got kicked out of her previous Catholic school for being gay. And when the two of them meet, they bump heads, and it eventually leads to them maybe forming a romance. So the next 3 books were 3 out of the 4 books I wanted to get at Indigo, but they didn't have the one. So the first one is Ember Queen by Sebastian. This is the 3rd and final book in the Ash Princess series. I have the other 2 somewhere. I don't know where the other 2 are. Somewhere on this bookshelf. But this, the first book, actually I'll pull the first book out. I love that I can now just do this. The first book being Ash Princess, and in Ash Princess we follow Princess Theodosia, who, when she was 6 years old, her country got taken over by the Kaiser and her mother killed. Theo, that's what Theodosia goes by, so Theo ends up having to live in the castle kind of as this, what she's called called the Ash Princess, which is a kind of almost like a derogatory term. And when a rebellion sparks, Theo joins, and we go from there. I love that I can just pull books out from behind me. Oh my gosh. This was the book that I said I'm not leaving the bookstore until I leave with, and that is One Last Stop by McQuiston. If you do not know, Red, White, and Royal Blue is my all-time favorite book, so the second that this was like announced, I was like, I need to grab a copy of it, and I grabbed it at the bookstore for only $15. So this we follow August, who is 23, and she's just moved to New York City, and she doesn't really believe in love. She works at this 24-hour diner, and she has to take the subway to get there every day. When she's on the subway, she meets this mysterious girl named Jane, who happens to be on the train every single time August is. And it is revealed that Jane is stuck in time from the 70s, and August and her friends must help Jane find a way to either get back to where she's from or to stay in modern times. And I gave this a 5-star. I absolutely loved it. Casey McQuiston is now a new favorite author because of this. Like, yeah. And yet another book that I was like, I'm not leaving until I get it, because I saw that there was 21 copies available when I went there, and that is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is a Greek mythology kind of retelling of Achilles and Patroclus, and it's just kind of their lives as they go through this war, and I don't really know even how to describe it, yet I give it 5 stars. I cried at the ending, not as hard as I wanted to. I feel like I'm just reviewing these books because I've read them all, but I really like this, and I'm like so glad that I was able to get a copy. Also, it's floppy. So this next one was actually gifted to me by the author, and that is The Lost Prince of Kadira by Stephanie Ann. I'm a part of Stephanie's like rep team for the months of May through August, and in doing so I got sent The Lost Prince of Kadira, and it is even signed and personalized. Let me find the page. I was honestly shocked when it was personalized, because it says, "Dear Hope, thank you for being on this new adventure with me, XOXO." And then, yeah. Fun fact, this got left out, the package got left out in the rain for like a whole day, because we were out of town the day that we went to the books, when I had to go to the bookstore. This arrived and we were out of town for like 6 hours that day. Oops. And this we follow Eliza Kendall, who lives in New Orleans, and when she, let's just read the fucking back. Eliza Kendall is a regular New Orleans witch with the ability to see the dead. With her powers growing, her newly released abilities make her dangerous, hunted. When a letter from the King of Cadira arrives, her life is turned upside down with an ultimatum. Find the lost prince, and in return, Eliza and her family will be free from prosecution. But dark forces are awakening in Cadira, and even with the aid of the mysterious Commander Brandon Thorne, Eliza finds herself in a game of life or death. Will she find the prince, or will her past catch up to haunt her? The blood magic is calling, and so is destiny. I can never describe this book because it's so good. This I read back in November. Loved it. And I literally love it so much. I'm dying to do a reread of it, but I'm waiting for book 2, which I have no idea when it's coming out. Maybe next year, I'm not sure, but I'm so excited. Like, I was planning on buying this book anyways, but then I got to be a part of the rep team, and I still am like, how? So yeah. And then we have, this I ordered from Book Depository. Oh yeah, and this, if you want a copy of it, you can use code HOPE10 till the end of August on Stephanie Ann's website, or it's available on Amazon. I got it sent to me, so I can't really say where to all get it besides Amazon and Stephanie's website. I feel like that's a promo. It's not really. I'm literally just love it and might as well share my rep code. That's available till the end of August. So this next book I bought from Book Depository, and that is Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman. So now I own Volume 2 and 4, and this is the UK edition. Fun fact, this is not actually released until December 7th, I think, in the US and Canada, but if you're in the US and Canada, you can use Book Depository to buy it. And this is the UK edition, so it's the black and white. I'm trying to find something that's not spoiler. That it's like the black and white edition. I had to find something that wasn't spoiler. And this I love. If you do not know what Heartstopper is, I will actually I realized I didn't explain even what Volume 2 is about, but essentially Heartstopper, we follow Nick and Charlie. Charlie is openly gay at this all-boys boarding, like this all-boys school, and when Nick and Charlie become friends, Nick kind of maybe figures out that he's not straight, and the two of them form a relationship. I realized I didn't explain that when I explained it, but like, I prefer the UK edition, so I think I will try to get the rest of the series in the UK edition. Also because the spines don't fucking match up. Me not being salty over books. And the final book is Divine Blood by Beck Micheals. This is the special edition white cover. The cover is normally black instead of white. I'm just abusing myself with books. But this, essentially, we follow Dinah, who lives in this village, and every 10 years this shadow demon arrives and kills many of the residents. And the last time the demon was there was 9 years ago. And Dinah figures out this way that she can maybe send the demon back to its realm for good. And so she must travel to this like place that is like rumored to not actually exist to find this thing to save her village. And she goes on this adventure, and her cousin Zev joins, as well as a celestial, which is essentially kind of like an angel type thing, named Cassiel, and the three of them go on this adventure. It's very, very, very good. And I got this a part of the, I can't remember what the book box was called. It's not available anymore, but this I bought as a book box, where it came with, fun fact, it actually came with this little like soap and all that. There's a lot more things it came with. But yeah, this is like the most expensive thing I've ever bought, because it was like $70 with the shipping and all that and conversion rates. But like, anyways, so those are the books that I bought in between the end of May and August. I haven't bought any books in August, and I don't think I will. I do go back to work in like literally 8 days, so expect more book hauls come like September, October, because there are so many books that I want to buy. I just haven't had the money for. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know your opinion on the new angle and what I should change and all of that. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what books you have bought in the last like few months, and then which books that I should maybe look into and buy. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and bye!